What's up, guys? It's episode 391. Welcome back to the show.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Hey, Blake. It is 2 in the morning. Hopefully this does not wake you up. Whew. Wow. There's so much I want to say to you, and I hope that we can FaceTime or see each other in person.
I've had enough. I've had enough of these two, but of course, we're going to talk about the sexy 2 a.m. voice note Justin Baldoni sent to Blake Lively. Of course, we're going to talk about it. Of course, I'm going to play it and react to it and go over my thoughts about it. Because, hi, this is a podcast. That's what we are flies on shit to this lawsuit right now. And like, I don't know about you, but I will be so devastated if they settle. Like, I need to see them in court, and it better be filmed. It better be broadcasted live. Like, I need to see this come to fruition. Because, yeah, why do I don't care about either of these two people. Blake Lively, don't care. Justin Baldoni, don't care. Didn't even know who he was until like 2 months ago. But yeah, I'm obsessed with this lawsuit. I am fucking obsessed. Not only is it a fucking mess, it is so entertaining to the point where I'm like, how are these people putting out this source material, these pieces of evidence, and thinking like, yeah, this makes me they look so bad. They look so bad on both sides. It's a mess. Again, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about, okay, I have life up. This is the show. Okay, this is the show today. Life updates. We're going to talk about the athleisure crisis that I have come up with in my head. I've decided that we are in an athleisure crisis and we need to bring back drip. We need to bring back lived in fashion. If you go to Spotify or YouTube, you will see the irony of that statement because, okay, look at the fit today. Look at the fit. Okay. I am a joke. I am a walking talk. My personal style is a joke. I have never been so confused in my life. We're going to talk about it. Okay. We're going to go into detail a little bit there with the athleisure crisis. We're going to talk about fuck me. We're going to talk about the lawsuit, the latest stuff that's come out over this Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively lawsuit situation. They set a court date. We'll talk about that. And then to wrap it up, this might be an hour episode, actually. I didn't stretch myself too thin here. These are 4 main bullet points on my notes here. The final thing we're going to talk about is a privated YouTube video I found of myself 2 nights ago from 2020. And I don't know if I'm going to play it. I think I'm going to play a little bit. I'm speechless. Like, to see myself in, I think it was May of 2020, desperately like posting, like it wasn't always privated. Okay. At one point I was like, I want the world to see this, to see me in that depression mode, to see me with blonde hair. I didn't even recognize myself. I didn't even look like myself. And to see that video and to see like the most recent YouTube videos of myself and like the most recent content I put out, I'm like, the growth, the glow up, all the things. Like, I have come so far in a short few years. And that video was like a crazy, I don't even know I was on my YouTube studio and I was like, oh, let me see what my oldest videos are. They're all like private, but I found it and I was like, holy shit. So I really want to like wrap the episode with a little somber, like, as we go on, we remember Jacqueline was a depressed piece of shit loser version of herself only a few short years ago. And now she's a badass and she did it. And how did she do it? Here are all my tips and tricks. Drink your lemon water, go on your hot girl walks. And I don't know. It's crazy though. The truth is, like, let's all be honest with ourselves here. if you're a longtime listener, you would know this. The podcast healed me. This healed me. Doing this, the act of talking on the microphone alone once a week with myself. I used to do it 7 days a week. That's what healed me. Doing it every single day, right? That's how I turn my life around. But it's so wild to see myself like that. I'm like, who the fuck is she? And it was like all of my, I'll get into it when I go over that segment, but it was literally like, I think 20, how old was I? 25, 24, 25? No, 26. It was like all of this stuff I had dealt with, all the like mental health, BS, self-esteem, identity, all this, everything I've dealt with my entire life came to a head in 2020. And I crashed and I hit rock bottom and I gained a bunch of weight and I literally had no purpose, nothing going on in my life for the first time ever, really. And yeah, it was only going up from there, and I did it. And I came out of that hole and now I'm here, and it's like my life has completely 180'd. But like that video, I'm sorry, I have to like share it with you. Maybe I'll say fuck it and play it. Maybe I'll play it the whole thing. I think it was like, there was a point, I'll just give you a little teaser. There was a point, it was on photo booth video, by the way. It was on MacBook photo booth video. Okay. That's how desperate I was. I was like, I just need to record myself right now. I just need to talk to somebody. I have no friends. I have no job. I'm living alone in my little apartment. It's COVID. Everything's locked down. I think I was delivering groceries at the time, trying to make a YouTube channel, trying to be hot. There's a point in the video where I'm like, this is like a podcast. It's so funny. This is like, I'm talking for so long. This is like a podcast. Little did I know I'd be popping off in a few short months after that with my first episode. So cool. We love a hero's journey. We love a glow up story and a glow up tip and trick video. We don't like that. Remember what I talked about? What was it, like 2 weeks ago? All these like how to have your shit together videos are a joke to me because it's like, I don't know. But did I use those? I use my own intuition. I listen to myself. That is what I preach. Everyone knows what to do. If you're in a rut right now, if you've already failed on your New Year's resolution goals and dreams and aspirations, everyone at their core, I believe, majority of people know what they need to do to get themselves to the other side, to achieve their goal. They know intuitively what to do, but they seek, and this is what the internet teaches us, look for answers outward. Look for the how-to video, look for the self-help book, look for the podcast, it's always about seeking information and answers outside of yourself instead of people telling you, which I'm like the only person that's going to tell you this. Listen to your own intuition, listen to yourself, tune in, go within, go in. Because that's what I did. And that's how I healed myself. And I did what worked for me. What worked for me was podcasting, talking out loud. Here we are almost 5 years later, still doing it. All right, life updates. Let's get into it. But first, please hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening right now. I'm on Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Breaker, Overcast. Wherever you listen to podcasts, please hit that subscribe button and review the show 5 stars while you're there, specifically on the Spotify or Apple Podcast app, okay? Some people in the industry say, oh, it's a bunch of hocus pocus. You don't need reviews. And I say, F that. I need all the reviews. I need all the 5-star reviews. Helps me out, helps people find the show. Please leave a review on the show, 5 stars. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on TikTok. We're still on TikTok. I'm still posting, and it's business as usual over on TikTok. Both of those accounts are at Jacqueline Monroe. Okay. YouTube channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is a video and audio podcast, so you can watch me over on YouTube. And yeah, let's get into the life updates. I only have a few, but I've got a good one. I've got like 2 good ones for you. So let's get into it. Okay, first things first, we need to do a little wardrobe change because I'm pissed. Okay, I wanted to wear these cat eye sunglasses, but when I look at my computer, they're like polarized or something. I can't read the screen. I can't see what I'm looking at. So I'm just going to have to do what my dad did growing up, like at all times. Both of my parents, by the way, whenever they had their readers on and you talk to them across the room, they'd always do this. Like they'd always drop their, like to see over, because it was like what? They're short-sighted and nearsighted. They have the glasses for what's close to them. So then when you're far away talking to them, they have to like look over their glasses. So like that's what I'm going to be doing the entire episode because I really wanted this vibe. It's a better vibe than these nerd glasses. I'm over it. I wore these last week. I'm over it. Okay. So I can't see shit. Life updates. Okay. Okay. I don't know if I want to like look like this the whole episode. Okay. We're just gonna do it. Okay. So took a spin class this morning. We talked about spin class last week. I'm officially a spin class junkie. I have something mean to say. Okay. We're already starting off strong with the spin class hating shit talk. There was a woman in there. Now, riddle me this. Am I already fat shaming? I'm already fat shaming. We're not going to do it. We're already starting off the episode fat shaming. It's just amazing. The talent, the big girls and the rhythm. I'm telling you, there's something to it. They're the best spinners in spin class. The big girls are. I don't know why. I feel like they just got more fucking junk. To like bounce. I don't fucking know how it works, but like when I'm in spin class, I prefer to be behind. I like being in the second row back. I don't like being in the first row. It's too much pressure. Okay. I'm not that good. I like to be in the second row back, preferably behind a big girl who's, doing the beat perfectly. Cause I watch her feet and I go, okay, I'm going to get on the pedal with her. But this chick had like 3,000 fucking rides. And I'm like, why don't you have a six pack? Like, sorry, like so many, like they're big girls like spin class. It's okay. Like it's a great workout, great endorphin. Like I'm just saying, it's just interesting. I'm like, doesn't this just shouldn't this just be shredding you at that point? I don't know. That's again, mean. We're already starting off fat shaming, shit talking. Super inspired though. So yeah, spin class is going great. Like I said last week and the week before, I think I've been talking about spin class for a few weeks now. Used to hate on it. I have a great spin class place close to me now that we've moved. And I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to like get my cardio in a new way, in a fun way. Like the music's great. The room's dark. It's exciting. I like the instructor I always go to. So yeah, I used to make fun of it and now I like it. Okay. So that's the first life update. How are we doing on these classes? Hold on. Oh, we haven't set the scene. So I'm drinking a coffee. I'm drinking this is one of those, not Thrive Market. What is this called? They're like the smoothie. I got it at Target. The smoothie they're a smoothie in a container. What are they called? It's like Thrive, but it's not Thrive. They make them and all the ingredients are in a little cup in the freezer section. You take the cup, you dump it in your blender, you put almond milk. Today I did a protein shake on top, blend it up. You got a protein shake. Cool. Like a muscle milk, shitty protein shake with a fuck ton of gooey gum and like additives and thickeners. And it's very good. What is that company called? I hate when I know I'll remember it at some point during this episode. Like that will be the title of the episode. No, like just the company name of this fucking, like it's going to drive me nuts. I might have to pause this right now. I'm getting a little OCD about this, right? Okay. It's like something Thrive. No, I don't know. Whatever. So we're doing the protein shake. We're doing the black coffee. I haven't been drinking coffee like I used to. Now that I'm on a GLP-1, like, I don't know why that's a thing. I just have more energy, dude. Have I looked up the have I looked up the long-term negative side effects of GLP-1 medications? No. Am I taking a GLP-1 medication as an experiment? Someone who is already a healthy, fit person because I'm curious, vain, interested. I was offered it for free. And this is like I talked about this last week. I keep saying I talked about it last week and he just fucking Who's the chick that's like, do it for the plot? Everything about me is for that reason. Like, I don't give a okay? We're on the GLP-1. Do we need it? No. Have I lost 16 pounds as someone who doesn't need to lose 6? Yes. Am I happy about it? Yes. Okay. But for some reason, I'm just saying, have I looked up the negative long-term side effects? Is there a lot of research on it? There's like, it's iffy, right? The answer is no. However, I am only experiencing positive benefits other than the constipation. Except for that, and then a little nausea sometimes, but that's only when you first start taking it. So now I'm like, I'm out of the woods. I'm out of the woods. Is that what you say? feeling great, feeling energized. I'm getting back to the coffee. I don't drink as much caffeine. I don't drink as much alcohol. I don't overindulge. Everything about the GLP-1 is like dialing my body in to be like super healthy and efficient and happy and energized. And it's almost like every time I go to eat or drink or anything, I make the right decision without even trying. And there's my sales pitch. Okay. If you're curious, if you've ever wanted to try a GLP-1 medication, I am someone who's a big fan. And I think it's mostly because I like feeling snatched, and yeah, it's efficient. It saves me time because I'm not thinking about food as much, and I'm being more productive. I have more energy, all the things. Okay. I said last week, the title of the episode is, I said it last week, that I'm going to stop talking about it because I feel annoying. I feel like I've oversold or I've over-explained, and I'm like, I have nothing to prove. I have nothing to prove. The entire time I talk about GLP-1 medication, I'm just trying to convince you of like why it's okay I'm doing it, and I'm being annoying, and I need to stop. Okay, so that's the next life update. Third life update. Oh, sourdough starter. The pipeline, the fucking newlywed to sourdough starter pipeline, that whole thing of like, she gets married, she buys a home, she starts settling down, and then all of a sudden she's putting flour in a jar with water, and she's doing a science experiment in her kitchen to make bread for her husband and her mother-in-law, and she's going to bring it over to Sunday dinner, and she's going to present her first loaf to the new family she married into. Like, that has officially started. The starter has started as of last night. Okay, it's very simple. Half a cup of flour, a third a cup of water, mix it up in a little mason jar. Don't use a metal spoon. I guess all the grandmas out there that started the starter centuries ago, they used a wooden spoon. They recommend to not use a metal spoon. It's all chemistry, right? With baking. So I got a wooden spoon. I stirred that shit around. I put a cloth with a rubber band around it over the mason jar, set it on my counter, and I looked up the final tip, and it was like, make sure this bitch is at 70 degrees in a 70 degree environment. And when I read that, I go, there's a reason I made this starter. Okay. There's a reason I made this starter when I did, because I live with a man who likes the house to be at 60 degrees at all. Like, literally, he is so annoying. I'm like, do I have less body fat now that I'm on GLP-1 medication? Yes. Am I cold because of it all the time? Probably. There's something to that. Shut up about the GLP-1 medication. Hold on. I'm always cold. Corey's always hot. He likes the house to be cooler than I do, especially when we sleep, which I'm fine with, because according to Brian Johnson, the Blueprint, right? Blueprint's his company. Hi, I'm the guy who's, 56 going on 26. Hi, I'm obsessed with not dying. That guy was like, hey, have a cold room, make sleep your bitch, make sleep your entire, like you're getting ready all day to go to sleep is his whole mantra. So like, I know the benefits of sleeping in a cold room. I'm okay with that at nighttime. However, during the day, especially when I'm, dicking around the house, working on my podcast, making content, working on my computer, whatever I'm doing, I like it to be cozy. Okay. I don't like feeling like I need a blankie over me at all times. So the starter instruction said to put this in a 70 degree environment. And I was so happy when I read that, because I told Corey, I said, if you want me to make the best sourdough, the best bread you've ever, he loves my baking. If you want me to make it, if you want this sourdough bread to turn out like the best goddamn sourdough bread you've ever had in your life, we're going to pay a little extra on the energy bill this month, but it's going to be worth it. This house needs to be at 70 degrees. Are you listening? Are you hearing me? And he's like, I'm like pouring him a glass of wine as I'm saying this. Like, sit down, honey. I made you dinner. Like, just say yes, just say yes. And so whatever. The house is at like 68. It's fine. Round up. It's fine. The starter will start. The bubbles will form. I think I saw a couple bubbles this morning when I woke up, so it's already starting to happen. But yeah, that whole like thing with women baking bread and doing the trad wife thing of that's so like 2024, right? Like that was, I cannot believe it took me this long to start the starter, to go down the sourdough journey. And I'm officially, life update, I'm officially there. I'm making bread. I don't really understand it. All I see is like, now I bake, but I don't do the bread thing. Okay. Very rarely do I make bread. All I see though is like fucking like globs of this like fizzy, bubbly goo being thrown into a bowl of like flour and shit. And they're like, we're making sourdough. And I'm like, I don't know how, I guess it just it's like yeast. I thought the starter, I got my packets of yeast out last night. I was like, I thought this yeast packet's going in this. It's like, no, bitch, flour and water. And you just let nature take its course. I don't know what kind of chemical reaction happens, but like it starts to bubble. It starts to grow. It becomes, people fucking, like, doesn't, what's her name? Utah. Doesn't Utah mom, 9 kids, doesn't she have a name for it? It's like, hi, this is my starter, Walter. Walter's been with us for 150 years. It was passed down by my grandma and her grandma. Like, doesn't she have a name for it? I think it's like Walter or something, but like that shit literally comes alive. So I'm excited. It's like I have a little science experiment happening in my kitchen right now. It's, you know, very simple to do too. Like, I can't believe it took me this long to do it. Okay. Life updates. I'm reading a lot of books. I'm still curating a lot of books. I'm still reading the same book, but like I'm actually making reading a habit. Like I always talk about, I want to be a reader. I want to get off my phone. I want to stop scrolling at night and before I fall asleep. It's like, no, I'm like actually doing it. It feels very good. It's like a little, if I was a guy, a little ball massage. I don't know, like for my brain. Like what's the equivalent for a chick? It's a little like fucking ass scratch. What is a good comparison to a ball scratch or a ball tickle for a girl? Like, I don't know, like when you're, I don't really adjust anything like that. Maybe like taking your bra off. That's what it is for me. Reading a book at night. It's kind of like playing chess. Started playing chess over Christmas. Haven't bought a chess set yet. That's also in the works. Corey and I playing chess every day. I told him, I was like, we just got to do one chess game a day. It's for our strength. That's our new phrase. Everything is for our strength. Literally doesn't make any sense, but he'll look at me and he'll be like, we're like doing dishes together last night. And he's like, this is for our strength. And I'm like, fuck yeah. So chess does the ball tickle to my brain. I need to stop. It does that. It feels like you literally feel your brain like when you read a book, play chess, do something that's very like, it requires the mind to focus and think and strategize and comprehend, and it's not just mindless entertainment on your phone. Okay, we all get it. Also, another life update. I'm still curating the out of my timelines. Okay, what did I say at the beginning of 2025? Is this really how we're going to spend our lives? Are we really just going to mindlessly scroll for 6 hours a day? Is this technology comes around? Hi, Steve Jobs. If he's in my backdrop right here. Steve Jobs rolls out the iPhone 2007, and then like the apps, the social media apps started coming in like 2012. Facebook was like, it was desktop. It wasn't really mobile then. And then the social media apps came to the iPhone. Okay. It's like, all right, then we're like addicted to Instagram and posting, whatever. Now it's 2025. We've been there, done that. We know what we're getting into every time we open our phone. We know it's going to just be a doom scroll. We know it's going to be a brain rot session. We all know this. Is this really? So my solution, what I offered is like, hey, you're going to be addicted to your phone, but like, let's just make sure that we're curating I fucked up. Let's just make sure we're curating the out of our timelines and we're being more intentional about who we're following, because I cannot tell you how many times I open my phone. Like before I started doing this, I'm just like randomly getting fed algorithm content. I'm talking about like Instagram especially. And I'm like, I don't even follow this, right? So I did this new setting on Instagram. I don't even think it's new, but like you probably don't know about it, where you only see, you like disable suggested posts or like suggested or sponsored things like it for a month. It'll let you do it for a month. And then after a month, you'll start seeing it come in again. So what you have to do is you have to go back and you have to be like, do it for another month. There's like, it literally, the language is like don't see suggested content for an additional month. I don't know. It was weird the way they wrote it, but I'm still doing that. Life update, reading books. Okay. We're being more intentional about what we're seeing on our phones. I'm going to the dermatologist on Friday. So I'm officially taking care of my perioral dermatitis. Can't believe it's taking me this long. I got it like a few weeks before my wedding, really bad. Had it on my wedding day. It's been how long have we been married? I'm a finger counting girl. I count on my fingers. Okay. Do not make fun of me. Let me have this right now. I have many talents. Math is not one of them. Okay. Did you guys see the Jojo Siwa clip of her talking about her math skills? I'm sorry. I was dying. Okay. September 21st, we got married. Wait, is that our wedding date? Now I'm like, what was our wedding date? October, November, December, January 29th. Okay. 4 months we've been married. Okay. I've had perioral dermatitis. It's like this skin thing around your mouth, this rash thing around your mouth that won't go away no matter what you do. It's a bitch. Perioral dermatitis is motherfucking. Okay. I am utilizing that a lot today, but I'm also wearing these glasses. I'm also like, if you know, you know, my best podcasts are when I am covered up, my face. I got my headphones, my goggles, my microphone. I have some sort of hat. I'm chilling in a hoodie. I'm not trying hard. I'm not trying to look hot for you. I'm just trying to bring the sauce, the charm, the personality. I'm trying to be a good order for you. A fucking order. That's like some Logan Paul shit he would say. I'm just like I'm an orator. They're fucking fighting. Dude, that's another life update. I forgot to put that on my what podcast itinerary. Jesus Christ. Hold on. Like after this Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight, like that was the most underwhelming, sad thing ever. Like it was just, it sucked. It's like for them to be like, by the way, hi, the world's been waiting for this for 10 years. We're fighting each other on March 27th, which is like next month, basically. It's basically February, March. It's like 2 months away. For them to just like come out swinging with that poster of Logan versus Jake. It's like, it's just going to be so, no one like it's obviously it'll be entertaining. Like, but I want them to beat the out of each other. I need them to do a UFC fight. I need the Paul brothers to fuck each other. Like actually fight. Boxing is not going to do it for me. The Paul brothers boxing is not going to do it for me. I need to see them in a cage. I need to see them brother on brother, like gladiator shit. Okay. That will entertain me. That will actually make me feel like they're trying to beat each other and win because like blood needs to be drawn and like it will be drawn. Blood will be drawn. Punches will land. Do they wear gloves? What do they do in the UFC? Like, I need on the ground, standing up, kicking. I don't know. What do they do in the UFC? What's the thing? Like no rules. I don't want rules. I don't want boxing gloves. I don't want the fucking stupid walkout thing. I just want them to show up and literally like fight to the death. That's what we all need. We need the Paul brothers to go in the ring, UFC style, not boxing style, and fight to the death. That is what that will actually bring the ratings. That would actually be entertaining. Okay. Cause we all know when they go in the ring on March 27th and do their boxing shit, it's going to be like what we've all seen. And who's going to win? Like who's actually like, I'm trying to think like they're going to rig it. Obviously everything's fucking rigged with these damn Paul brothers boxing fucking thing. I mean, it's just all bullshit at this point. After this Mike Tyson fight, I was like, fuck everything. Like I don't discredit Jake's, skills as a boxer. I think he is legit, but I think these matches, these fights are kind of, you just can't convince me that it's organic. You cannot convince me that no. So like in the event of Logan versus Jake, like who prevails? Like maybe I really want them. Like you know what I want the Paul brothers to do? I want them to come out and say this. Look, we all know that they need to say, look, obviously the past fights have been rigged. We all know this. It's just it's just the industry. It's the game. It's how it works. It's for ratings. It's for this. It's for that. It's for money. I don't know. I don't know how it works. I wish they would come forward and say like, hey, we understand that this is how it's looked and this is kind of how it's been because it's a business. It's also boxing. Again, can they legally do that and admit that? My point is this. If they preface, if they're like, hey, so that's how it's been, but this time, this is so dumb. It's a pipe dream. Like, I just wish they'd be like, but this time it's for real, for real. Like, we're actually going to try to like hurt each other and actually like see who could actually win between us two. And we're both going to go equally hard. And there isn't going to be a strategy or someone, you know, I didn't plan on talking about this today. And here I am like getting sidetracked. Also, I just remember that ASAP Rocky is like going to jail. Did he like point a gun at someone and threaten to kill him? And now he's in court. Like, I don't know. There's a lot going on in the world. Okay. I'm going to the dermatologist Friday. Cool. This is my first weekend. Life update. This is my first weekend in a long time that's wide open. Like I don't have, I'm looking ahead at my weekend and I'm like, I have nothing. I don't have to be anywhere. I don't have plans. And I'm really excited about that because you know what I'm going to do this weekend? I'm going to hit up like 6 thrift stores, 6 antique stores. And what else am I going to do? Probably take a spin class. I just want to faff around. I want to say, hey, Corey, I need a me day. I'm going to go off and shop and browse and peruse. I'm going to go into a thrift store. The thing is about thrift shopping. This is the thing about thrift shopping. There's a lot of haters out there, right? But we all want like, you know, a better planet or we're all sick and tired of overconsumption. We're all like, let's do sustainable fashion now. But like those same people are like, ew, thrift stores are gross. Or like, ugh, I only shop at Bloomingdale's. I don't know. Fucking no one who cares about the planet is like, they fuck with the thrift store, right? Like they actually like get it and they enjoy it. And what am I saying? But like the thing is this is the thing about thrift shopping, thrifting. And this is why I think I like it. I know this is why I like it. And this is again, one of those brain massages, the chess, the reading of the books, the silence, the meditation time with yourself, taking a shit instead of bringing your phone in. That's my next goal, which is I had a thought yesterday. I go, what the fuck did I used to do? What the fuck? I got stressed out. I had my phone to go take a 30-second piss and I'm like, there's no reason for me to take this in there, but I can't do it without taking it with me. And I'm like, so like the thought of now I'm spiraling about this, really going to do this today. Episode 391. This is really what we're going to do. Okay. Already lost my train of thought. Oh, thrift shopping. Good for the brain, right? The thing about thrift shopping, it says, if you like to thrift shop, it says a lot about you. And this is what it tells me. Like you know what you like. You're creative. You're curious. What does it say? Because you have to go. The reason is because you have to go. Why am I saying this? Because you're going into a sea of bullshit. You're going into a sea of 99% of the clothes and the things you're looking at suck. Okay. But 1% of it doesn't. So you have to go in as you're scrolling through, literally I'm saying scrolling, as you're looking through the racks, you have to, as you go through each item, you have to know what you like. You have to know what you're looking for. You need to know what gaps are in your wardrobe, what is on trend or like trends you want to try out or what classic styles you want to try, I don't know, go back to, or colors that look good on you, like what shapes and cuts look good on you. And then so it's a very creative therapeutic process, like going through racks at thrift stores. And so if you go into a thrift store and you're like, fuck this, it's too overwhelming, there's too much shit, you don't get it. That's the point. The point of a thrift store is browsing. is the imagining in your mind as you're browsing through the 99% of the stuff that sucks. That's the point. And so I really fuck with thrift shoppers. And I've been one since day one. I've been a thrift shopper since my entire childhood. What did we do on the weekends? Like fucking my mom loved the Goodwill. We had this place called Value Village. We love thrift shopping. And I think it's all we could afford, probably. I don't know. 3 kids in Catholic private school, 3 kids basically the same age. I don't know. Hard time. I don't know. It was the vibe I got. Yeah, we didn't shop at Hollister. Hollister and Abercrombie and American Eagle were like, that was like a once a year type fucking thing, you know? And that was for free dress day. Is that what we called it? So I would like make sure I would always have like the outfit for free dress day. And I always had to have a fucking Hollister, an Abercrombie, or an American Eagle across my chest, because that is what made you hot and cool as a 6th grader. Also, I had to have the little lace peeking out underneath from the camisole. If you know, you know. Okay, next life update. We're still in the thick of it. I'm going to wrap it up soon, but like we're still kind of in the thick of these life updates. This is like the bulk beginning, the bulk of like, I got to get this all out before I get into my main topics. Okay. Farmers Open. I watched the Farmers Open golf tournament last weekend in the freezing cold. Here's what I want to say about golf in person. It sucks. Don't do it. It's fun when you have a booth and free booze and free food and mac and cheese and cupcakes and you're just like, I'm freezing. First of all, golf is fun in person if you're at Augusta, I'm sure. I've never been, but like, or Pebble or like, I mean, Torrey Pines is beautiful, but it was so fucking cold. It was so cold. I showed up I wasn't dressed appropriately. So that was my issue. I was like, oh, it's overcast, but I didn't understand the wind conditions. So long story short, I had to go to the gift shop and I had to buy a $70 hoodie and a hat and and I had to, I was like, it was a mess. It was a mess. It was fun. I was grateful to be there. I think I was always blessed, always grateful. We're also, okay, what are we doing this year? We're not complaining as much and we're practicing more gratitude. When I look back at that 20-minute or that 2020 video of me on photo booth, and I look at my life now, it is like, pinch me, I'm dreaming. Is this real life? Like, I understand how privileged, blessed, all the things I am. I did make that happen for myself, and I know I earned it, and I know I worked hard for this. I'm just saying, like, it's fucking crazy to reflect on that. So we're just going to do that right now. Moment of silence, please. Please bow your heads in a moment of silence for my growth. This is for our strength. This is for our strength as podcast host and listener. Okay. We need to remember where we came from. And I invite you in this moment of silence while I talk through the moment of silence to revisit my early episodes on YouTube. This is a good opportunity right now in the middle of the podcast to, we're going to go back and we're going to subscribe to the channel if you forgot to do it in the very beginning. Okay. Hi. Welcome to the middle of the show. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. Okay. Yeah, it's crazy. So, I was grateful to be there. I'm watching professional golf. None of my favorite players were playing. So, I was like, where's Scotty? Where's Rory? Where's fucking Brooks? Is he they don't play. I don't know. Is Liv in the PGA, are they like they're doing stuff together? I mean, they all play in the Masters, right? I don't know how it works. Anyways, no one, I didn't see anyone there that I was like excited about. But anyways, it was freezing cold. I had to go to the gift shop. I had to buy a hoodie and a hat. And had to drink my dick off. Like I don't talk like that. I've been saying balls and dick in this episode. We are going to have a moment of silence for that right now. It's the sunglasses. It brings out this like brash, tacky, tomboy, butch fucking vibe. It just does. And I'm just going to embrace it. I'm going to sit with this uncomfortability about my word choice right now. Okay. I had to drink my dick off. Okay. We're going to double down on the word dick. I you know when you're cold and you're at a function, like especially like a sporting event, like if you're at a football game, like the only way to warm up is drinking. Like you just got to. And I had these, they were calling them Josh Allen drinks. It was like grape juice and ginger beer. Is that a painkiller with tequila? And I was having the guy splash lime juice because I always need lime juice when I have tequila. Like I just need it. Okay. I had like 6 of those. I was getting turned. Okay. You can tell in the pictures I posted of this, I was not sober. So that part was fun. Like we're drinking, we're freezing. I went to the gift shop. We're watching golf. There's good banter flowing. I'm talking to new people. We're taking pictures, like, you know. So it was fun. The Farmer's Open was fun, but I don't like golf in person. I prefer to watch it on TV, which might be psychotic to you, but I love golf. I love the announcer voices. Yeah. So, okay. So life update. I got yelled at the dog park. Life update. I got yelled at the dog park. Okay. Now, there's something about the dog park that brings out the worst in people. Okay. And I am one of them. I am one of them when it comes to my clapbacks. I bring the worst clapbacks, the worst version of my clapbacks, the best clapbacks when I am at the dog park and when I am provoked. Now, I want to preface this life update, this story about the dog park by saying that at the dog park, there is a unspoken rule about the fenced area and the open area. Okay. There's a big fenced area with sand and dog toys and like, it's just like where most people go. Right. And then there's the field. Now we need to classify something right now. And what we need to classify is dog shit. We need to classify what that is within these two areas of the dog park. Okay. Dog shit is not okay in the fenced area. But the unspoken rule in the open area is that dog shit is fertilizer. Okay. Never in my year of going to this dog park have I once seen, is that the right way to phrase that? Never in my, not once have I, in the year of going to this dog park, not once in the year that I've gone to this dog park, have I ever seen someone pick up their dog shit in a big open field. It is huge. Okay. It's like 7 football fields big, this area of grass. Like it's huge. The dogs love it. They go running. It's like, oh my God, they're so happy. Okay. It's the best area to go in the dog park because it's so much free space. And it's like good grass, you know, because the dog shit fertilizes it, obviously. That's why the grass is so great there. That's very important that I let you know that. Like you have to understand dog shit is fertilizer in this one area of the dog park. So, all right, let's get to the part where I'm yelled at. So I'm walking Jimmy, or I'm letting him run, and we're like halfway through the field, the open area, dog park area, right? And because he prefers that. He likes to run free. Like he doesn't want to be within this like sandy, gross, muddy. It's always like, it's got like just, it's gross. The fenced in dog park area sucks. So I'm like halfway through this area, and all of a sudden I'm like not facing this person. This woman in a white, you know when you can profile someone with your peripheral vision? You know that's how like immediately locked in I was on the personality type of this woman. Long white, like raincoat, puffy coat to the knee. Went to the knee. Like mud boots. No. Now it doesn't rain in California, like rain boots. Okay. Rain boots. It wasn't raining that day. It was cold, but it wasn't raining. What was her dog? Her dog was like a Shih Tzu. Okay. She got her Shih Tzu. She's got her puffy coat. Okay. She's got an attitude. And what does she do? Okay. I'm halfway down this dog park and I'm not paying attention to Jimmy at that point. I'm just walking. I'm probably like listening to a podcast on my phone. Apparently, Jimmy was behind me taking a shit. Okay. Now, this is permitted because like I said, this is the unspoken rule of this area of the dog park is that dog shit is fertilizer. So apparently he was taking shit. And I know this because this woman on full volume screamed like someone she is close to just died, but like got hit by a bus. The volume was that level. She is screaming across the dog park field. I can't even do it because it makes me like, I get like PTSD from this because I immediately got butterflies because I knew I was getting yelled at. And again, the dog park, the fight or flight I get when I'm yelled at the dog park is 10 out of 10. It brings up so much visceral like angst and rage out of me. Like when someone comes at me about like, control your dog. Okay, in this case, it was, she screamed at full volume, your dog pooped. Your dog pooped. Pooped. She said pooped, first of all. First of all, she said pooped. She screamed it. The pooped part, it lasted 5 seconds. It wasn't just, hey, your dog pooped. Hey, your dog took a shit. Okay, your dog pooped. Now, like I said, my best clapbacks happen at the dog park. It's like instantaneous. I know what to say. I know how to say it. I know the tone, the range. Like I got it all. It's like my instincts with my clapbacks are so dialed in at the dog park. So what did I say to this woman when she told me that my dog pooped? Go, are you going to pick it up? Where's my clapping? That was pretty good, right? Okay. I asked the woman, are you going to pick it up? And she goes, no, you need to. And I said, and I'm like screaming this back at her because we're so far away from each other. I said, you need to understand that my tits are too nice to be worried about picking up dog shit. Was that one not as good as the first one? That was my clapback. I told this woman, I went there. I said, my tits are too nice. You need to understand that my tits are too nice for me to worry about picking up dog shit. She went back to her white Tesla. She drove away. She was fucking pissed. And I really, really wanted to educate her. And I really wanted to tell her that like, hey lady, it's fertilizer up in this bitch. Like this area it's so big. No one picks it up. No one brings their baggies. Like you have to like, she needed that education. She didn't have it. I'm telling you, like, I have not once seen someone pick up dog shit. Everyone's chill about it. They're like, fuck it. And the lawnmower guy comes over, he fucking mows it all up. And, you know, it's like, you never like step on it. It's such a big area. You don't even step on it. So yeah. I don't know if that was rude, inappropriate. She did leave immediately. So like pretty immediately. I just saw her like, you know, I was like trying to ignore her, but I had to turn around and say that. And I had to ask her if she was going to pick it up. Are you going to pick it up? It's so fucked up. Yeah. The dog park is insane sometimes. Like people are so intense and so unhinged and like, I hate when people are like control your dog. I hate that. I like chill dog park people. I like dog people. I like when you meet someone at the dog park who's a dog person, like literally. I like when they're chill about your dog misbehaving. You're chill about their dog misbehaving. And you're just like, hey, it's all good. I know he stole the Frisbee. I know it took you 20 minutes to get it back from him. Like, hey, he's cute. I understand he's a bulldog and that's just the breed and it's all good. Like, no big deal. I did miss my call that I was supposed to take 20 minutes ago while I was waiting for you to do. But hey, it's all good. Those are my favorite type of dog park people. The ones that are anal as fuck about everything, cannot stand it. It's like, dude, just get out. Like, I just go away. All right. I guess we'll do the athleisure crisis segment because something's happened to me recently. Like, I'm like, things are, it's exciting. And I think this means I'm in a really healthy place in life and like a good place in life because my creative juices are starting to rebubble and come back alive and I'm feeling more inspired. And yeah, it's a good place to be because I think as a creative person, as a podcast host, as someone who makes content and does this thing, like, it definitely ebbs and flows. Sometimes you're like, damn, it's like all my creative energy is dormant right now and I can't access it. And it's like, yeah, bitch, because you're scrolling on your phone all day and you're like wired out to like I literally listen to podcasts like 8 hours a day. Like you're just overstimulated as fuck. You need to like read some books, play some chess. What was the other thing I said that's stimulating to my brain? Go thrift shopping. Okay. So anyways, recently I've been getting back into makeup, been loving makeup recently. I love going to Ulta. I love going to Sephora. I love like watching makeup videos. I like making them. I'm like really into makeup again. I am wearing MAC. What's my new lipstick called? Syrup on my lips. I think it's an OG color. It's a very nice pinky mauvey everyday color for me. Like my lips, but better. So I'm really into makeup now. And I'm also like finding myself crawling back to the fashion girlies that I used to love and follow. And it is so obvious to me, like this is the segment I wanted to do. I don't even know. Before the Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively segment. Now I'm kind of like, why didn't I do that first? Okay. It is so obvious to me that we are in, as a society, as Americans, we have been in an athleisure crisis for a decade. I'm going to put it at over 10 years now. Like, but there's pockets. The thing about this athleisure crisis is that there's pockets of the world where it's cool to be dripped out. It's cool to step out of your house and be popping with the outfit. It's cool. It's like, I'm thinking the pockets of the world I'm thinking of are like literally anywhere in Europe. Literally Europe, New York City, like, I've never been, which is crazy. Like that's on I cannot believe I haven't been to New York City. Like, I feel like it's cool to like dress and look fashionable in New York. Like I follow this amazing, street style, like fashion. It's called like Watching New York. I think I follow another one called like Watching London or Watching Paris. And like, people get paparazzi or just like, there's a photographer that like takes pictures of people just like dressed in cool outfits. And so clearly it's in the big cities. It's not really in LA. Okay. The athleisure crisis, the what's it called? The epicenter is Los Angeles, California. Okay. It's just how it is here. We're very cash. We're very like, now this is the thing though. And I'm trying to like, it's all about, for me, like as I go through different chapters of life and new stages and new things, it's all about like acceptance. No, like trying to wrap my head around like expectations versus reality. Okay. So this is what it is. It's when I go through these new phases and like ages, like now I'm in my 30s, like I have to understand, okay, it's expectations versus reality. And then it's making peace and acknowledging what is and not trying to fight that system. Stay with me. So like with clothing, right? Okay, let's make peace with COVID. Let's make peace with working from home. Let's make peace with, I am not, and you're probably not either. When Corey comes home and keeps his pants on until 9 p.m. I want to fucking scream. That's my only ick with him. I just thought of an ick. I've always said I have zero icks with Corey. That's how I knew he was the one. That's why I married him. Like, nothing about him bothers me. I just thought of something. The fucking pants. Okay. He comes inside and he keeps stiff pants and a belt on. He'll lay on the couch in that. He'll lay on the couch in his workout outfit. The second I get home, I'm comfy. Okay. Everything is coming off my body. In fact, I'm probably putting on a bathrobe 90% of the time, like recently, especially over the wintertime. I'm like, everything's off my body except a bathrobe. I don't care. I am comfy. I'm warm. I'm cozy. I'm in a hoodie. I'm in sweats. I'm chilling. I'm relaxed. Nothing is tight on my body at all. Okay. So I'm holding space. I'm making peace with the fact that it is what it is. That's our lifestyle now. We all work from home. So with that being said, what it is here in California, a lot of people, and I don't know if you're from California, but like you have your comfies, you have your like day-to-day athleisure shit. And then you have like, okay, I'm stepping out this weekend and I'm going out to a fancy restaurant and I want to have like my cute outfit. So then you have like those clothes. But what I'm saying is like, this is the gap. This is what I'm missing. Okay. God, this is, I don't know if this is like a confusing segment here. Let me go back to my notes to make sure I'm like staying on track. Yes, I am. Okay. The gap in my wardrobe. And I've talked about like Kibbe, right? Remember when I talked about like Kibbe body types and like I'm a soft dramatic and I'm trying to dress my body according to that. And because go look up the word Kibbe. I did a whole podcast on it. So we've talked about that. What am I saying? Because I'm at home all the time, like I don't wear jeans in the home. I do not wear jeans in the home. That's my issue. So what that means is that day to day, I feel like a slob. Even if I have like cute workout pants and like a cute set, like a matchy set, like I feel like 10% better about that. Like, okay, if my athleisure is popping, if it's matchy, if it's good quality, like while I'm at home all day, like I feel like 10% better. So I'm trying to figure something out. I'm like, okay, do I get up and get dressed and put on jeans and a blouse, like something with buttons? Do I tuck it in? Do I put a belt on? Do I ring it up? Do I necklace it up? Do I put on like a house slipper that's like not like with a heel? I don't fucking like, do you as a stay-at-home wife, as a stay-at-home girlfriend, what are you out there? As a work from home chick, are we putting on jeans? Are we? I feel like no one is. I feel like we're all comfy, but this is the thing. We have an athleisure crisis. And so I'm trying to like figure this out in my head. As a society, do we collectively try harder in 2025 and put on jeans in the home? Do we put on our stiffs? Do we do it? And does that make us better people? Does it make us more productive? I just think, again, with making peace and accepting what is, I have done this for so many years now. I have been in my comfies. I've worked from home. I've been remote to the point where I'm like, I'm unfazed by it. I don't feel like I feel like a slob. Like it's just because I'm conscious of the fact that this isn't an outfit. This is a comfy set. Like this isn't like a good Tuesday outfit. Like a good Tuesday outfit is like a nice pair of wide leg jeans, a boot, a gold buckled belt, and a nice, like, what kind of top am I doing? Like a Skims? No, like maybe like a bodysuit, like a high neck, sleeveless bodysuit and a cardigan. I don't know. Like that's a good Tuesday outfit. It's not Lululemon. Okay. So, oh my God, this is a spiral for no reason. I really feel like it's a dumb topic. Because what am I learning? I'm accepting what is, but I'm also feeling inspired by the fashion girlies. I've been following my OGs. I've been following my Frenchies. I've been following like literally these chicks in Paris. Oh my God. In another life, right? Like I thought that would be me. At one point in my life, I'm like, I'm going to fashion school. I'm going to be like the Devil Wears Prada, Anne Hathaway character. Like I wanted that life. I wanted to live in New York. I wanted to like into fashion. And it's like, I am like on the weekends, like I am here and there, like when we go out and do stuff, but like day to day, I'm like, why do I care this fucking much? Why am I like this hard on myself? There's this chick I follow on, maybe I need to get like house clothes that are like super loose and super, like comfy, that aren't sweatshirt material or like polyester, like silk. I don't know. Like I need to go and like, step it up with the sets. I need like higher quality, less relaxed, casual sweatshirty. Fuck it. Everyone does it. Who cares? Why do I fucking care? So anyways, there's this girl on TikTok I follow, and it's like so what's the word? Satisfying to watch, because she'll like stand in front of her camera and she'll have like a trouser and like a big oversized blouse on that maybe are monochromatic. Like she'll be doing like a green vibe, top and bottom. She'll just stand there and she's like, you see how this doesn't have a shape? Then she'll take out like a rope and she'll just kind of like sling it around her waist. And she's like, see, now I have a waist. And she'll be like, see, I just need this little oomph. She's like, see how it's light? I don't want the eye to break up. So I'm going to do a darker leather rope belt thing. So then now that looks more cohesive. So now she like switched it up. She's like, now the obvious choice for a bag would be like, we could keep it monochromatic. I could do something green, but actually I'm going to do this studded silver and black, whatever, fucking hobo bag. And she'll like have that. And then she'll be like, but see how like this is still very like, the scale of this is super like big with the oversized fit. She's like, but see my hair, like I need to pull this back so that it like lets the outfit breathe more. Like this is the language of fashion. Like it's so fucking satisfying to watch sometimes, because I'm like, damn, I wish I gave a fuck this much. I wish I fucking did. So I'm trying to reignite this side of me. I was so fucking obsessed with fashion. I collected like every Vogue magazine. Anytime I went to a grocery store, I had like a stack of like 82 Vogues at one point. Like just, I was obsessed with it. I was so like stimulated by fashion. I gave a shit. And I know it's inherently stupid and like, yes, it's art. Yes, it's culture. It speaks to like history and the times, and it's important, and I get it and whatever. But I just don't live a lifestyle for it. I feel like I want to though. Like I want to like let my outfit breathe and put my hair up and like look in the mirror and go, yes. And like put on like a funky pair of glasses and like care more. I feel like it's all about the random unique accessories. It really is. So, and I wanted to make another comment on like influencer fashion versus lived in fashion. So the thing about the fashion girlies and like the ones that are like, they have great style, is there's an element to the things they wear that feels like it reads like when you're scrolling, and because everything's like you're seeing it online, right? It reads like this person has had this in their closet for years. It's the difference between going on like Fashion Nova or Pretty Little Thing or Boohoo or whatever and buying a pair of trousers. Why am I saying trousers? Like I keep thinking of like, that's what makes you look fashionable, is a pair of trousers. Like the quality when you get that in the mail. Did I tell you guys the story about Fashion Nova and what Corey did? He'll probably call in. I should ask him about it. It's actually so fucking funny. I told my sister about it this weekend and she was dying. I think I'll save it. It's like, it's kind of a stupid story, but anyways, the difference between like, like fast fashion, cheap shit, like trendy website fashion versus like walking into like when you're in like a small town, like there's always like a middle-aged woman boutique store and you walk in, everything's like pretty, it's the price tag is like you're buying a t-shirt for $78 off the rack. It's not like, 20. What's even like an Amazon $20 t-shirt, but you walk in, it's like a quality store, a boutique, like a clothing boutique. And then you pick up the trousers off the rack and it's just, they're thick. They're tailored nicely. Like they're cut well, like the fabric's good. Like that's the difference. So when you see influencer fashion, and I get like really like icked by it, and I'm like, damn, I think I've done it too. Like I look back on some of my outfits on, who gives a fuck, by the way? Like none of this shit matters. Can we all like agree? Hi, this is just a talking point or like a thought experiment about clothing. But I see like, just like, cause I follow a lot of like fashion girls, like legit, like contributors to like fucking Elle and Vogue. And like, they're really into it, right? They have like the best closets. They do like, they have the quality shit. They have like the vintage shit. They have like good stuff. Okay. They're really into it, right? Like there's a difference. And then like, I see like your average Joe influencer girl, and it's like, everything looks so cheap and tacky. And you can just tell like, we can do better. And I know like we all saw the Buy Now documentary. I know we're all like sick of overconsumption. I keep saying that, but like when it comes to clothing, we can do better. I think we can do better. And so what I'm doing, and something I'm getting really OCD about, and as I'm saying this, I'm like, the second I can end this episode, like the sooner the better. We still got to talk about Justin and Blake, but like I am literally at the point now where my OCD right now is I want to take everything out, like Marie Kondo style, pile it up and only put back the high quality shit. I don't want anything cheap. I don't want anything like, I want to do better. I want to be better. I want to dress better. You get like inspired, right? Like you get a little like fire under your ass about something. And for me, I'm like, because here's what happens is I kind of did this the other day, and I have clothes, right? Like, but the thing is I have good individual pieces. Like I have good stuff, but when it comes to like putting outfits together, there's things missing. It's like, I like this jacket a lot, but it doesn't go with any of this over here. And like, I like this top, but none of my, it's like one of those things where like, they don't line up. The clothes just on their own look great together. And I think that's an issue with like personal style. And I get like a bunch of random things that don't follow a certain style or vibe. And so then when I try to put things together, they clash. It doesn't flow. So I think that's my area of opportunity as a fashion girly reborn here on episode 391. Back into makeup and back into clothes. Like I'm just trying to do better. I'm just trying to like care more and not just be a fucking slob. And I get excited like literally yesterday, I'm like, I'm gonna wear jeans today. Didn't wear jeans. Didn't care. Just was like, fuck that. Even when I run errands, I'm like, but this, like where I live, like the culture of people, the vibe here is not, it just, California, San Diego, it just doesn't have a fashion culture. It has a fitness culture. Everyone, and this is the issue I'm having as a podcast host in San Diego. I'm like, where are the influencers? Like they're here, but they're all fucking into fitness. Everyone here is a fitness influencer. Everyone here is into like health and like body optimization, and like it's all about like fit, working out 4 times a day, like it, and it's San Diego, of course, right? But there isn't like a scene, in my opinion. Like I'm pretty aware of like who the core like major like influencers are, and they're all into this like party. It's like go out, look hot, work out, drink your green juice, like fitness, beach day, boat day, go up to Joshua Tree, Coachella, fucking concert, hot girl walk by the beach, work out again. Fuck, I don't know. It just doesn't have like, maybe I need to go, like I need to hang out. I don't like, where's the like, I need like a rough culture of people to hang out. hang around. Not rough, but like I need a vibe. There isn't a vibe in San Diego when it comes to influencers. It is so, it's so bad. I feel like LA has that, it just has more, and it has like the high concentration of like the top influencers, the top podcasters. Like it has a lot of that there. So like it's probably like easier to like find a bubble of people to like hang with. But like here, it's just like, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I just can't. And I understand like health is important. Health and wellness is important. Being physically fit is important. Caring about your mind, body, and soul is important. Eating clean is important. Eating nutritious food is important. Okay. I think it's because I see so much of it here in San Diego. It just like gives me anxiety. Not even anxiety, but like when everything someone posts is related to health. Every single, and I get it. Like they're probably a trainer, and I understand that there's a lot of trainers here and fitness people. But like when everything, and I think it's like when it's just like regular people, it's like your friends that you meet and see, like people around, like they like work at Qualcomm and they're like in advertising or like marketing or something. And then like everything they post is like, I have just like, the fucking 0.5 running videos. I can't do it. I'm just so sick of like, and then the filming of the workout classes, literally fuck off. Like I can't do it. I don't care. Just work out and don't make it your personality. It pisses me off. My sister literally was an Olympian bodybuilder. She gets a pass. Certain people get a pass. I just think it's like maybe it's because I have like past like body shit and over exercise addiction shit. And like, I don't know. I just like wonder like what else could we post about? Cause like I always say, everything's so like redundant, obvious, boring. It's been done. Like I've been making makeup videos and I'm like, I'm like contributing to this. Like it's been done. It's not exciting. It's not interesting. Nothing about what I'm doing is new. And like, I'm just wasting people's time. Like I get in my head about this. I'm like, I want to bring what's fresh. What the fuck is fresh these days? You know, you gotta be, I feel like the only thing that feels fresh on social media is like just being like very like you have to be so weird. You have to do like wild shit. You have to like what could I do as a podcast host that's like, oh my God, we've never seen this before. You know, I could sit in my chair weird. Like, could I just be like the girl with like, I could be in like a swing. I don't know. Like you literally have to think so far outside of the box. If you like want to do something that's like actually fresh and actually new and something that's never been done on social media, everything is so redundant, overdone. But like it's so boring. And that's what I mean by like fitness people. And like, again, like I'm in San Diego. I live in San Diego. I'm going to be here for a long time. Like, I'm like, where are the people at? With the cool vibes that care about fitness, but like it's not their entire personality. I'm bored. I don't know. It's just an irky thing. I don't like health and fitness content. I follow some of it, but like I cherry pick who I like. And so many people just piss me off. I am so easily offended and pissed off by like the dumbest shit. Like wait until you hear me talk about Blake Lively. Wait until you hear me talk about something so like petty and stupid. Like I have I don't know what it is. I'm like highly observant and highly sensitive to like little things that like don't matter, but I have a strong opinion about it. And I think that makes for a good content creator. I think that makes for a great podcast host. So it's my strength. Corey, what did we say? What's our phrase? He's not even here. I'm talking to literally, it's for our strength. Okay. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. What's my threat right now? What's threatening my life? Probably this plastic Starbucks cup. That's another OCD thing. I looked around in our kitchen yesterday and I clocked like 4 plastic objects. And I was like, oh my God, like this needs to get out of here right now. Like I'm really into like, get the fucking plastic out of your life. And then I go into my bathroom. I'm like, do I have to depot, decanter, like every cream, every makeup product is in plastic. It's all about like gauging like how much do you give a fuck? And I think worrying about your health 24/7 and obsessing over like every little detail isn't healthy. And there's so many factors with wellness and vitality and well-being and health that don't come down to like this is plastic. I'm turning the volume up on my Rodecaster Pro 2 here with a plastic dial. Like if you're like hyper aware of every little chemical that's around you, I don't know. We'll be fine. All right, let's talk about the Justin Baldoni Blake Lively lawsuit before I fucking lose it. I'm going down a dark hole right now about I don't even know what. This is so random. I just got the craziest urge to vape. Every now and then it comes over my body. Like I'll get like it's like a jolt. And I'm like, fuck, I need nicotine like right now. And it just hit me. I really wanted to vape there when I just got up. Oh my God. It's so wild. Like I was on that thing I was like nursing that stick for 3 years, probably on and off. Did I tell you about my vaping before my wedding? Did I tell you guys that? I think I confessed that. It's dirty secret. I think I told you guys. I didn't tell Corey, and I don't know if he probably, I don't know if I think I told him. I was like trying to be skinny before my wedding. I wish I was on Ozempic, or I'm not on Ozempic, tirzepatide then. I was working out twice a day. I was like really trying to like get snatched for the wedding. And I was like, oh, I hate that I have to do this right now, but I'm going to start vaping. And I started vaping like 2 months before the wedding. It did help. It does help. Like I love nicotine. I do. I love it. I'll admit to that. I don't care. I know it's horrible for you, but what's worse, cigarettes or vapes? Like, I don't know. We're all just trying to like cope, you know? Like, why am I trying to cope right now? I'm having a good podcast. I'm fucking going to talk about Justin Baldoni and how sexy his voice is in a second here. So yeah, it's just funny how like every now and then it hits me. And when we were in Cabo, oh my God, we had vapes in Cabo. That was so great. I love a vape. I love when I'm going out. That's the thing. I have the discipline to vape only if I'm like going out and I'm drinking. Like if I just have a vape for that, I can go like, okay, it's going to be a wild night out. We're doing this thing. We're getting a vape, whatever. And then I can throw it in the trash. But I don't know. And then I'm like, why do I need it that bad? It's like, I'll just steal someone else's. I am that person in the bathroom, and just like, I accept that about myself. Okay. So Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni. Let's talk about it. This is a fucking mess. Okay. This is a fucking mess. They just set the court date to March 9th, 2026. Okay. So that's like over a year from now. And at this point, like they're going to settle. They're either going to settle, everyone's getting divorced, or they're all going to fuck each other. I don't know which one it's going to be. It's going to end with an orgy. That's where I'm at this point. I mean, if we have to wait for a year, oh my God, I'm going to be so fucking pissed if they settle. I'm going to be so pissed. We deserve an Amber Heard versus Johnny Depp round 2. Like we all as a society, like there's a lot going on in the world right now. Like we need that entertainment. Like I want to see, and here's the thing. Let's roll this back. These are two people I don't give a fuck about. It's wild how like, I can't escape it though. I just can't escape this lawsuit. I can't escape the situation and how all of this evidence they're putting out about themselves. I can't escape the fact that it makes them both look so fucking bad. And I'm like, it's so bad. It's so bad. And yeah, so I'm pretty addicted and I'm on this and I can't help myself. And I but at the end of the day, I really don't care. I don't care about Justin Baldoni. I don't care about Blake Lively, but I'm obsessed with them right now. I'm obsessed with this. And we need to talk, okay? We need to talk about something that I thought about yesterday. And when it comes to Blake Lively, and that is her hair, okay? Something that occurred to me, and I'm like, what is it about Blake? Because she's so close to being likable. Blake Lively is so close to being likable. But I just can't get past the damn hair, okay? It occurred to me yesterday that something about her on purpose frizzy hair, on purpose split-ended, fucking like frizzy roots, frizzy ends, frizzy everywhere. The intentional frizzing of the hair. There is something about that it's a choice, and it's an odd choice, and I can't get past it. And I think it says a lot about her as a person. And I don't like, I can acknowledge a lot of things about Blake Lively, and I have a lot of like, I'm trying to be like compassionate and empathetic and all the things towards her and the situation, because I think my read on this whole situation is this, like this, she's had a great life. She's always had it cush. Okay. And with that comes entitlement and the diva attitude, and you aren't relatable. Okay. You're not relatable to it. Like, you just can't, you're not down to earth. Okay. You can't help it. You're just not. And but I see her and I'm like, she's so close. Right. But she's so unlikable at the same time. And the damn hair. Right. And I feel like with this situation, I think it's very like, if she did kind of catch feelings and enjoy being around her hot Justin Baldoni coworker on set, that is something that is very like, it's a human experience. Okay. Like it happens, shit happens. Okay. That's how her husband, Ryan Reynolds, met her on set. They fell in love on set. Like that shit happens. Okay. So and maybe she was like, look, I just had 4 kids. I'm on this movie set. I'm out of the house. Finally, I've been settled down for so many years. I got married young. Like she's probably like vibing out a little bit and feeling herself with this hot dude she gets to make out with and hang with until 4 a.m. apparently. So while that's wrong, she's a married woman. She's a mom. He's a married man. Like, I don't know. My point is this. Something clearly happened between the two of them. Something went awry. I don't know who touched who. No, I'm kidding. I don't know the situation. I don't think like there's just something there, right? And it's weird because like she's accusing him of sexual harassment, all this stuff. And it's like, yet she's texting him about her tits. Hey, come in my trailer. My tits are out. I'm pumping. Like, you just don't do that if you are uncomfortable with someone because they're, sexually harassing you. You just don't do that. And so there's just a lot of fucking minutia and bullshit with this, where it's just like, this is so dumb. Like, it's so dumb. But as you know, I am Team Justin. Okay. I am Team Justin. I do have a heart for Blake Lively. I want to like her. I can't get past the hair. I think Ryan Reynolds is a jealous husband. I think that's clearly where the heat is coming from in this situation. But back to Justin. I am Team Justin. I thought he was a freak weirdo at first, but after this voicemail that we are going to play here in a couple minutes, now I think that Justin Baldoni, I thought he was a freak weirdo, right? And that's because of the proposal video to his wife, his whole I respect women angle with his podcast, and just like how he talks. Like, I just got a bad vibe from him, but I'm trying to use my best, like, discernment skills. Is that the word? Like, and from the voice text he sent, or message he sent her, now I'm coming around to Justin Baldoni. I've always been Team Justin, right? Like, I've always been on his side, but I'm starting to believe that he's just a really emotionally mature guy who's in tune with his feelings, and he's comfortable expressing those feelings. And I believe that because the voice message was on its face inappropriate. Like if his wife heard that, the way he was talking to Blake, like if that was me and I was his wife, I'd be like, fuck this, 2 a.m. Like you're talking about like she's got a baby on her boob. Like we'll get into it. We'll play it. But like that part was just kind of like a personality thing, like a little like, hey, you got a baby on your boob. I got to go now. It's so late. You know, like he's being whatever. But on its face, like if you wrote out what he said, inappropriate, right? Is for a married man to be sending that, it just, as a boss, you know, talking to a coworker, it just was a mess, right? But I am starting to believe, and as I'm listening to him, I'm like, look, and I'll talk about like all of the, I have like theories and thoughts after we listen to it, but romantic or not, I think that's just how Justin Baldoni talks to people. I just think he's a very kind of guy. Like, I just want to feel things. I want to express myself. I want to make sure you're okay and you feel loved and supported. It's like very like actors are just fucking like that, especially like his type. If there's a type, I've met these kind of people. They're very like earnest and they're just a lot. They're fucking extra as shit. They're actors. Okay. They're a lot. They overdo it. And it's annoying because I'm like, as I'm listening to the voice message and this whole thing, even like any video of him, it's so hard to tell, is this Justin Baldoni himself or is this him himself, but he's got like an acting ring to it. It's like the voice message was very like, is this just like, it's so breathy. It's so it's like, you know, the whole time I'm like, is he acting? Like you can't tell the difference, you know? And that's the thing with actors. It's like, you never know what's what. You never know when they're turning it on or when they're actually being themselves. And I'm from this voice message, I am here to say that I believe that Justin Baldoni in that voice message was being himself. I truly think that's how he is. And I don't think he meant anything like, I don't think it was inappropriate or, no, I just think, yeah. So let me get to the video. Hold on. TMZ put it out. Okay. So what did I write here? Oh my God. I'm so me looking over my glasses because I can't see with the polarized. Okay. I wrote, I hate messy, dramatic, emotionally unstable, extra people who send paragraph text. Do less, do your job. Keep your composure and shut up. Yeah. Like if they could just do their job and keep their composure and I just feel like with being on like Blake Lively. And this is the thing, like if she just did her job, shut her fucking mouth and did her job. Like all anyone has to do is just do their job. Don't be extra. Don't be a lot. Don't overdo it. Don't overstep. Like be professional, like keep everything, but it gets so emotionally enmeshed and wrapped up in like creativity and we're going to make the best movie ever. And you're going to come to my condo and hold my baby. And then we're going to like rewrite this scene and I'm going to get my friends involved and you're going to come over late at night and you're going to hear me plead how we need to do it this way. It's like, bitch, sit down, read your lines and do your job. The movie will turn out fine. Like, you know what I mean? It's just too much. It's just too much. And it's just people like that are fucking annoying. And it's like, this is why this shit happens. You know, this is why this shit happens. So yeah. But something happened between them two. I swear something had to have happened because and I ebb and flow, right? Like this voice message, I'm like, oh, did he fuck her? It sounds like he really wanted to like spend time with her. Like we just wait till we play it. So this is a 6-minute voice note and people are like, how did he save this voice note? I thought that they go away after you send them, but apparently they autosave. I don't know the specifics on the format of this message. There is a potential he went into his audio recording app and workshopped this and recorded it and sent it as a audio file. It wasn't a voicemail, but apparently voice messages autosave. They can, I don't know. But this was a 6-minute apology to Blake at 2 a.m. after they had met at her penthouse to discuss the rewriting of the rooftop scene. And in the legal documents, he claimed that he felt pressured from Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift. And they were there present at the penthouse when they were going over the new writing of this scene that I think Blake Lively rewrote, I believe. So this is him apologizing at 2 a.m. Apparently she texted him 10 minutes before. So she was up. Okay. I don't know if they were drinking wine. I don't know if he had just gotten home from her penthouse and she blew up on him over text. I'm sure the text is out there. I don't know what the text was, but we're going to play the audio, and it's 6 minutes, and it's very breathy, and it's very, it might, if you're a woman out there, get some napkins. Okay. Get a panty. Fuck me. I'm just going there. Get a panty liner. Okay. This is going to get you very wet, and I'm putting it out there right now. Justin Baldoni needs to, he needs to read audiobooks. He needs to go into smut novel audiobook reading. I don't know. Are those the sexual fucking romance novels? He's got a voice. Okay. I need to listen to his podcast. I understand. He's just such, for me as I'm not into the vibes of him, but I understand Blake Lively. And this is back when this is back to me saying I have a heart for Blake Lively, because she is with a sarcastic, everything is a joke, dude, Ryan Reynolds, who isn't, in my opinion, in tune with his emotion. I don't know them intimately like that. I don't know how it is at home behind the scenes. I don't know if Ryan actually has a vulnerable, emotionally mature side to him where he's comfortable talking about his feelings, but just his mannerisms and how he acts. I think he deflects with humor. He doesn't feel safe showing his vulnerable, some would say more feminine side, expressing his feelings. And so Blake Lively is married to that. And so then she, is also probably like that, and it's hardened her probably. And it's made her so used to being, not really into feeling feelings and expressing feelings like that. Like Justin does. Fucking Justin is Mr. Dossie. He's fucking Pride and Prejudice out here. Just wait till you listen to the voice note. I'm teasing it. We're going to get to it. He's just a very, what's the word? Mushy, expressive. He's a words of affirmation guy, a very passionate, emotional, loves to express his feelings and use his words. And he's comfortable with that side of himself. So I understand as a woman meeting him, being around that energy that's fresh, she's not used to it. And she's I can talk to this guy. He wants to listen to me. And he's maybe she maybe they were talking till 4 a.m. about her marriage to Ryan. And she was confide. I don't know if stuff's going on. He's the kind of guy, Justin Baldoni's the kind of guy who makes women feel comfortable like that. You feel he's, he's power to the puss. What am I saying? He's fucking emotionally mature like that. He's what women want their man to be like. So most men in general, I think they're raised to not show their emotions, to suppress them. We all know this, right? It's the whole mask of masculinity, Lewis House shit. It's you gotta act tough. You gotta act like you're not sad. You gotta act like, you don't cry. But so in general, so men raised like that, women like to talk. We like to get mushy about stuff. We like to get into the weeds of emotions and feelings. And so to pull that out of your guy sometimes can be, I'm just speaking from experience. It can be tough with certain types, like certain personality types. But when you meet like the Justin Baldoni types, it's like that's their love language. Like that's how they want to talk to you at all times. And as Blake Lively, a married woman, she's been in a marriage for a long time, and with Ryan Reynolds, who doesn't come across like that. Again, I don't know, but just from my observations, it was probably a breath of fresh air, and she maybe caught a feel. I don't know. Let's play this damn audio clip here. Justin Baldoni voice note to Blake Lively from TMZ.
Hey, Blake. It is 2 a.m. Hopefully this does not wake you up. Whew. Wow. There's so much I want to say to you, and I hope that we can FaceTime or see each other in person soon and get to talk more. But I'm just going to send you a few thoughts, and hopefully it's not going to be more than a few minutes. But I don't have the best track record. I don't think either one of us have the best track record for our voice memos. I want to start with an apology. Man.
That little part, that's when I'm like, is he acting? Because like if it's like, I just want to start like, that's such like an actor thing to do. It's like, I don't know, something about it. Like at first I was like, I'm just trying to like discern that, is this genuine? And okay, let's just get into it. I want to see you in person. Okay.
Man, reading the second part of your message, my heart sank, and I'm really sorry. I for sure fell short, and you worked really hard on that, and the way you framed it, and how that made you I just want to say thank you for sharing that with me. That
classic. How that made you feel, like he's acknowledging your feelings. Like, oh, I mean, fuck, men take notes. Men take notes. This is so great. I'm so into this, by the way. Like, I fucking love this voice note. I'm so into it because I think it's a masterclass for men on how to apologize to a woman and be sincere about your apology and how to consider their feelings, even though it's bullshit, even though he should have just like said, no, you can't rewrite the script, bitch. Like, hey, like, no. I think he's doing a good job here, so let's keep listening.
Takes a lot of trust and vulnerability, and I feel really grateful that you feel safe enough to
expressing
tell me that that's how you
gratitude
feel and share that with me.
Oh my God. I am so grateful that you feel safe enough to share that with me. He's using all the terms. It's great. It's fucking great.
And I'm really sorry.
But also, like, she doesn't deserve this. It's like, hey, bitch, you can't rewrite this scene. Bye. I'm leaving your penthouse. See you later. Deuces. We're keeping it the way it was. You don't owe her this shit. I get it. You were trying to like keep you have to work with this person. You're their boss. You want to make sure that you keep the relationship good. I understand that. But I wish the fucking acting world, I'm swearing too much. I just wish that the lines weren't blurry like this with acting and being on set and being off set and hanging out. Like, there is something though that is so clearly intimate about, even if it's like, I always just go back to when I was in local theater, hanging with your co-stars and like hanging out with fellow actors, and like there's a lot of like hanging, right? And that can be very intimate, especially if you're like, it's the environment of, yeah, like rehearsing shit and like hanging and workshopping ideas and practicing how you're going to do it. And I don't know, it's just a very intimate, vulnerable environment. And I think I just wish it could be, look, at the end of the day, this is what I'm getting to. At the end of the day, Justin Baldoni should have talked to Blake Lively, his employee, like a bro. Okay. He needed to be way more matter of fact, way less breathy, way less emotional. This is the issue with the acting and the actors in that world. Like, it's just a lot of like theatrics, right? It's like their fucking job. It's like you got to turn it on and off. Okay. This is a business. This is a business call, bitch. It's 2 a.m. It's a business call. You're talking to your employee. You're saying sorry. It doesn't need to be like, hey, I'm so happy you felt safe to tell me how you felt and that you could talk to me about this. I just can't wait to see you and experience all of Blake Lively in person. You don't, I'm sorry. I believe this is how he is. I believe this is genuine. I'm very like, it's a good, like I said, a masterclass for men and how they should talk to women. I think this is like a good, okay. But coworker to coworker, like you don't do this shit. But it's blurry in the acting world, in the like on set filming world. Like it's just too much hanging out. I don't know. Yeah. So let's keep playing it. Jesus Christ.
I f***ed up. That is a fail on my part. One thing you should know about me is I will admit and apologize when I fail. I am far from perfect. I'm a very flawed man, as my wife will attest. And and I'm going to f*** up. I'm going to say the wrong thing. I'm going to put my foot in my mouth. I'm going to piss you off, probably, but I will always apologize and find my way back to center. That is one thing I can assure you of. And I'm sorry I made you feel that way. That must have felt terrible. And I will for sure do better. That was not my best weekend, and I should have given it more time. And damn right, you got great friends if that's how you felt and they knew that. And we should all have friends like that, aside from the fact that they're two of the most creative people on the planet. The three of you guys together is unbelievable. Talk about energy and just a force.
Oh, I hate this pedestal. Like Taylor Swift is an icon. She's a creative, most creative person on the planet. Ryan Reynolds and you all together is just like a goddamn beautiful creative masterpiece. Like, this is what I hate about social hierarchy and social norms. I hate that he's kissing her ass, shining her on, saying how creative her friends are. Taylor Swift, right? I hate that he's like putting that shit on a pedestal. Justin Baldoni doesn't know her shit. He doesn't know her this. I hate that he feels threatened by Taylor Swift and oh fuck, she was there. And it's like, dude, this is like my bread and butter in life. Like with people, anyone, this is like, maybe it's the rebel inside of me. I don't know, that like, I can't respect authority. I question everything side of me. That's probably a product of me. There's so much bullshit from my past that probably created that, right? But I think whenever I'm around a group of people who are clearly like putting one person in the group on a pedestal and everyone's like sucking their dick and like kissing their ass and like, I question that person. I don't like people like that cause the people around them to act like that. Because even if you are the most successful, talented, rich person in the world, it says a lot about you. And I'm talking about like Taylor Swift, Ryan Reynolds, like that you should make sure, it should be your mission. And I know it's like, you can't help it because people naturally see you as above them, but it should never be like people feel threatened by you. Like, I don't think you can help it though. It's how you carry yourself. It's how, and this is the thing, if you're one of those people who's like billionaire status, top of the food chain in this world, the 1% of the 1%, I think having the self-awareness and the ability to acknowledge your power when you're in rooms of people, the ability for you to like preface things by saying, and to the ability to take things down a notch for everyone and go like, yeah, I know that, I fucking, built an empire. I don't know. Like I'm Taylor Swift, basically. Like I did the Airs. I'm a billionaire. Like I know. And I just don't want that to, like, if you had that ability to like, I don't know though, like, cause the social norms, you don't do that. It's like, you don't like in Hollywood, in the celebrity world, it's all about like ass kissing and like social jockeying, positioning and all this stuff. And like a lot of stuff goes under the rug. It's not said, but it would be refreshing and nice if you were that level to like help alleviate other, and it's not your responsibility to make people comfortable. I'm like a big advocate of that. But in certain situations, especially when in this case, Taylor Swift is there for a reason, probably to, you know, have some pull in the situation. It's a fucking rooftop scene. Okay. Like it's not that serious. Okay. It's a fucking scene. I get it. They're trying to represent the story the best way and they have their opinions about the creative direction of it. I get it. But like, I don't know. I think maybe Taylor was just there. I don't know the situation. I don't know how it unfolded, but poor Justin Baldoni's like shivering in his boots, shaking in his boots here at 2 a.m., sending her a voice note. It's like, you don't, fuck that. I would tell Blake Lively, no, boundary, no, we're not doing that, and keep it moving. If she doesn't like it, let her be the one to like, he's trying to control Blake Lively's instability and her emotions and her chaos by sending her this apology. He's trying to like maintain a positive relationship between her, but she doesn't need that. He doesn't owe her that. And that's what pisses me off. I'm like, this just enables her bad behavior. I'm so sorry. Fuck that. I'm sorry. I'm Team Justin all the way, bitch. I don't care.
Of course, all three of you. But I just wanted you to know that I didn't need that because it's really good and it's going to make the movie sing like you said. And I'm excited to go through the whole movie with you. I'm just excited to spend time with you. I'm excited to be in your sphere and your presence and for us to share creative juices together, although that sounds terrible. You know, I think you and I have been trying to build a relationship, which I think we've done successfully. I mean, here we are talking like this, me into my phone at 2 a.m, but largely via text and voice note. And that, I will be honest with you, that is not my biggest strength. I love being with people and being in somebody's
vagina. What?
In somebody's space.
This part's a little bit like, at first I was like, what the fuck? Like, we built a great relationship in the beginning. He'll start talking about their chemistry in a second, but like, again, I just think he's being sincere and genuine to who he is. And he really means this. And he's like, it's kind of sweet. This is sweet. You got to admit, like, damn, like who was his mom? Like he had something right happened here. Like, this is like, damn, he's a good person. But I'm also like, he needs to learn. Justin Baldoni, he's such a good person. He's too nice. It's like, you're being too nice. Justin Baldoni, and I'm glad he's coming in with the heat with this lawsuit. He's packing heat with this lawsuit. I'm glad he's doing that because what Justin Baldoni needs to learn how to practice in the next phase of his life is how to say no and how to tell people to fuck off. Okay. Like he needs to like tune into his fuck you side of himself. And I think that's what he's probably learning because this is a bunch of bullshit.
And being face to face, and I feel like that's where I excel, and definitely fallen short at times in our text and voice note exchanges because there's so much to communicate and there's so much happening. And all that to say, I'm just really looking forward to spending time together. And I think that's going to really go a long way for our chemistry, which I believe is there, has been there from the start. So I was so damn excited when you wanted to do this film. I felt it in the room when we met. And
okay, I felt it in the room when we met. Our chemistry is there. This was the part where I'm like, fuck, because I'm trying to receive this and I'm trying to see this through the lens of I take my job seriously. I am a professional actor. This is my job. I have a coworker who I was tested for chemistry with, and we had great chemistry. And he's seeing it from an analytical, like very non-emotional. There's nothing there. He's married. He's like, it's not about that. Saying chemistry in an acting sense is different than like chemistry is in a, meeting a stranger sense. Like I'm telling myself this because I'm really struggling to see how he was being inappropriate here. I really like, other than the sound of his voice, which doesn't help him, and the breathiness, like, I think he was, again, being sincere. Okay, we'll keep playing it.
Yeah, I think it does come from the both of us being so fucking hardworking and having a vision and not settling. And I'm excited to have a creative partner in that with you. And it's just really exciting. There's so much more to say. There's so much I want to say. And there's one thing that I do need to say, which is I am so sorry you have been through what you've been through with these other filmmakers and producers or whoever the people were that you worked with. It just pissed me off. Those that
Fuck yeah. This is the part where he's protecting her, right? This is the part where it's like, oh, I'm coming in and I wouldn't do that. This is like when guys do the whole like I support women angle thing, and like he does basically, like, pisses me off that this industry and how people treated you. It's like typically men do that when they're trying to get puss. So, but I genuinely think he's a good guy and he means this, and but to receive this as a woman, to receive this as a Blake Lively married woman to Ryan Reynolds who doesn't talk to her like this at 2 a.m. I can only imagine. I mean, I'm not going to get sexual. Sorry. You know what I mean? Like that's the tea with this. Like it has to be. I just don't see it any other way. Let's keep playing it.
I'm just still kind of blown away that this is the industry that we're in and that you've experienced that as a woman. And I know I don't need to say it, but that's not at all going to be or will be. Hopefully it's not been the experience with me. There's nothing more exciting to me like that I get to work with Blake Lively and have her, all of her. I mean, that's what I want. And so there's been no hesitancy with me sending you the final draft file. I am totally fine with that. The only reason I didn't send it today was because I was trying to implement and add your notes into my working draft, which is already like I'm all over that draft right now. So there's a whole bunch of new stars that are going to be collated pages. And I just haven't had a chance to send it to you. But there's no hesitancy. I'm happy to send it to you. And I'm sorry that has happened to you before. And I hope after this experience there will be a new, I don't know, I hope it'll be healing in some way. Because that's all I want. I want this movie to be healing. I want this movie to be...
I don't think your husband is the guy that posts curated dumps on Instagram.
I am totally fine with that. The only reason I didn't send those that and having a so much I want to say. And there's one thing that I do need to say, which is I am so sorry against that as a woman and Blake Lively and have her all of, and add your notes into my working draft, which is already like I'm all over that draft. And I hope after this experience there will be a new, I don't know, I hope it'll be healing in some way. Because that's all I want. I want this movie to be healing. I want this movie to be commercial just like you and affect people and touch people. And I want to walk you through my whole plan and the work that we're doing with the domestic violence partner that we found no more. And and just my vision, and I just know that this can be really, really special, and it's going to be special, and you're the secret sauce, and we're the secret sauce. And anyways, I have so much more to say. I'm going to stop rambling because Jesus Christ, it's been 6 minutes and 30 seconds, so me. I'm sorry. You probably have kids all over you and a baby on your boob, and you're listening to me ramble at 2 a.m. I hope you're feeling better, and give Ryan my love. Thank you for sending me that. It means the world to me that you trust me with your feelings and your thoughts like that. And I can't wait to spend more time with you. Okay, I'm done. Cutting myself off. Good night.
Okay, everything about that ending is a little dicey. Everything about that audio voice message is a little dicey, especially if you're Ryan Reynolds, hearing him say this about your wife, the way he's saying it. Okay, that's why I think it ends with divorce. Okay, I pray, they have kids. Like, I hope everything is okay. You know, this is just, again, like, it's a fucking mess. And then if you're Justin's wife, but see, if she knows, I'm just team Justin so fucking hardcore. I can't explain it. Like, I think she knows who her husband is and his true nature. And I think he knows that this is just how he talks to everyone. It's not romantic. He's not being appropriate. Like, this is him being genuine and nice and caring. And he, wants what's best. And so, but again, like, on its face, like what he's saying, the words, I can't wait to see you and experience all of Blake. And what did he say? Like, you have the whole like baby on a boob thing. Now, adult to adult, like, honestly, you probably have kids all over you and a baby on your boob, I think is not that. It's a reference to her breasts, like her. Apparently he did have a porn addiction back in the day. He like disclosed that to her or something. There's a thing where she's like, I've never seen porn. He goes, oh, by the way, I had a porn addiction. It's like, why would you say that? I don't know. There was something weird with like him having a porn addiction in the past. Kind of a red flag, kind of like, because, an actual, like, I think he's talked openly about it. But the reference to the baby on a boob thing, I think is kind of like, it's kind of like parent locker room talky-ish. Like, I don't know. Does he have kids? Does Justin Baldoni have kids? Too lazy to look that up right now, but yeah, so there's a lot going on. This is the latest piece of source material we have for the case, and it's a lot. I don't know where this ends. It ends, what did I say, with divorce? No, it ends with probably a fizzle out and a settlement, and just she'll go away. She has like a movie coming out or something. Like another movie coming out. But yeah, there's a lot of minutia. I was watching something, and there's a lot of minutia with the timeline of filming and when Ryan was away in Vancouver, and I think England, filming Deadpool. There's him being away, her filming in New Jersey, filming It Ends With Us, and then the SAG-AFTRA, SAG-AFTRA, I can never say it, strike. Ryan coming home, and the timing of when he came home is when she asked for the dailies, which was unusual for an actress to want to see that. So the theory is that he witnessed some shit, saw some shit, Ryan did, and was like, fuck that, and then wanted to see what was going on with them. And that's kind of when the shitstorm started. He started going to set, and like, yeah, I don't know. I don't really care again, but like, the damn voice note, like, could it get any? Yeah, I'm just trying to see initially. Okay, this was my thought yesterday before I switched up a little bit on Justin Baldoni. Like, this is how I see it. Like, clearly Justin Baldoni's wife sensed, because like so when you're in a relationship as a woman, and I'm speaking purely from experience, subconsciously or consciously, you're always scanning the horizon for external threats to your relationship. It's a very natural, primal thing where at all times, you're aware of which women in the vicinity of your man want to fuck them. So I believe Justin Baldoni's wife sensed Blake Lively's enthusiasm and joy around her husband, or she sensed the flirty vibes. Probably. I don't know how close she was to the set of It Ends With Us. I don't know how involved she was, but I'm assuming there's an angle coming from Justin Baldoni's wife, maybe putting heat on him. I don't know if that's part of this, but I think the main, force was Ryan Reynolds. Rightly so. Like, your wife's acting all flirty with, and sending in texts and just act in a certain way around a coworker. Like, he sniffed that shit out. So he's just keeping shit in check. And if Blake Lively, which I believe it's not as simple as like, oh, she got feelings. I think if that's the case, though, she had to backtrack and she had to switch it up and be like, hey, he was sexually harassing me, which clearly is a bunch of bullshit because of the way she was acting, what she was sending him. You don't do that if you feel harassed. So I think the heat was coming from her husband getting jealous, being paranoid, and she had to put on this act that he's being creepy and weird towards her and all this shit. And so it's stupid. It's a shit show. And that's honestly, I think they're going to settle out of court at this point, because it's already making them both look so bad. Like that's probably what's going to happen probably soon. I don't know what the settlement, I don't know what it's going to be. Probably something crazy, but I really want them to go to court. I really want to see this. I want it to be filmed. I want to I just want this to continue on. It'll be something else next month, that we're all obsessed with, and, something in the drama sphere. But am I going to talk? I need to wrap this episode. It's feeling long. It's feeling like we talked it out. I just want to, I'm not going to play the 2020 video. Maybe I'll save that for another time. But it was one of those things where it was right before bed. I'm laying next to my husband in our beautiful home. I love our bed. Every day we express gratitude for our bed. We have an extra firm mattress. I would not do it any differently. I wouldn't have it any other way. Extra firm mattresses are the way to go. We love our bed. So I'm in my comfy bed next to my husband in my beautiful home. Life is good. I literally pinch myself every day, right? And then I come across this 2020 YouTube video of myself just completely I won't cry. I won't get emotional, but it was like, damn. What's crazy though about life is that video is a great example of there are peaks and valleys, because about a year or so, only a year or two before that video, I moved to San Diego. Life was good. I was feeling myself. I was happy. Lots of good things were happening in my life. And then during COVID, it hit a rock bottom, but it's just crazy to see how bad it got. And it's crazy to see how much growth happened after that. And it's I have now what I always wanted. And at that time, and you hear me in the video expressing what I want and my core human needs. And now I have that. And it's just wild. It's so wild. And that's why, back to this podcast and what I do here, I'm so grateful for the damn DM someone sent me on September 4th, 2020 to start a podcast. He's literally, boom, boom, I did it and I haven't stopped, and it's healed me through and through. And I finally, life is an ever evolving journey. You're never done, right? I still have a ton of stuff to work on. I'm always a work in progress. But I have truly gotten to a place where my buckets are filled. Life is good. I have things to look forward to. I have an exciting, fun life. I'm happy. I'm healthy. I'm on a GLP-1. I'm skinny. I have all my needs met, you know, and it's just like a really crazy thing because I didn't plan on watching that video, but I'm like, oh my God, how it was like sad. It was like, damn, who is she? I didn't even sound like myself. Like I have so much more confidence when I talk now and so much more moxie and like so much more pizzazz and like just like I have arrived, right? Like I am truly like, I believe the best version of myself and I continue to work on that. And it's like something that's such a core value of mine. Like I'm not to be perfect, but to give a shit, to like go after what you want and actually do it and actually improve and not just wallow in your shit and stay where you're at your whole life. Like I keep it moving. I work hard. And I think the number one thing I did, okay, I started the podcast, whatever. The number one thing I did is I admitted all of my stuff to myself. I finally was honest instead of running from it, instead of suppressing it, instead of pushing it all down and acting like it didn't exist, not wanting to face it. What this podcast helped me do is it helped me face it, helped me talk about it, helped me acknowledge it and admit it to myself. Because I think that's the first step in any kind of like healing, mental health journey is admitting the things about yourself you hate. And I was a self-hater. I fucking hated myself. I have only until the last few years, and this basically was when I started podcasting and liked myself. Like most of my life I was insecure, and I still have, like, it's never 100%. I still have stuff, but man, it's crazy to think about when we have kids and like, I don't want to have sad kids. I don't want to have kids that don't like themselves. You know, I don't want to have kids that have deep insecurities and I know it's a lot of like, it's childhood, it's society, it's a combination of the two, right? Like there's a lot that goes into self-esteem, self-worth, identity, all that stuff with a kid. And it just like, I'm so grateful for it. The fact that I had to go through all those dark times and years of self-hate and loathing and depression and sadness and eating disorder, all the stuff I've had, like fucking had like everything, like fucking name it. I've dealt with it because I think I've transformed it into something positive now and I've helped myself. And in doing that, I've helped other people. So you kind of like, you thank it with a loving kiss and you're like, okay, but no more, you know, and you move on with life and you appreciate where you come from. But I don't use it ever as an excuse either. Fuck that. I don't like when people constantly retell the same bullshit story from their past. It's like, dude, do something about it. Like, how boring of a life is that? You're always telling the same, and the stories about yourself that you tell yourself, and this is why I was sad and depressed and hated myself for so long, you will become that. The stories you tell yourself are everything. And so I started through podcasting telling myself positive, very cocky, very arrogant stories about myself and how great I was. And that I had to. And eventually I believed it. Now I believe it. So that's beautiful. All right. So that's the show. Let me wrap it up here. Please hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening right now. I'm on Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Breaker, Overcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. Please hit that subscribe button and review the show 5 stars while you're there. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Jacqueline Monroe. I post basic bitch shit over there. Podcast clips, makeup videos, behind the scenes of the dogs and their naps and just bullshit. I mean, honestly, don't waste your... Please follow me on it. No, please do. Please. It's a good... God, just shut the... Okay, subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is a video and audio podcast. You can watch me on YouTube and Spotify. Go check it out. And if you want to support the show, if you made it this far, patreon.com. I mean, since you made it this far, you might as well support the show. It's $5 a month. Patreon.com/TJMS. It's my little tip jar. Give me a little $5 a month if you like the show. And that's it. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.
I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty.